What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, sports world? You already know what it is, man. It's World Class Wednesdays. Of course, man. Of course, we hitting your ones and twos on a Wednesday night. Y'all know what it is, man. Andre the Torch Robinson, the fire starter, is in the building. The fire starter is in the building with my guy, of course. Let me preface it with my guy, none other than Mr. Coffee Talk himself on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Mr. Alphabet's Football Talk Show on Fridays. Mr. World Class Wednesdays on Wednesdays with me, right here. Giving y'all the best sports talk. My guy, who's always around, shows up, win, lose, or draw. Mr. World Renowned, by the way, Mr. World Renowned. The Kid Man! Yo! The Can Man! The Can Man who rocks the team that just can't. Wait a minute! The Can Man that rolls with the team that just can't. Wait a minute! My man right here. Yo, Marcus, you'll cut this shit out.
That's not me. That's not me. That's not me. That's
I said I was gonna start the show. In a special way. Yo, my man Marcus the Alphabet, the Can Man. Over here. The Can Man. My man looked like Uncle Phil from Texas. What the hell? You ain't nobody out on sports shows. He hit the damn thing and calling the bailiff over. Hey, anybody? Uncle Phil, my man, Uncle Phil Jr.
I don't think I'm not quite Uncle Phil. Man, Uncle Phil was 400 pounds. I'm big. I ain't that.
Oh no, nah. This look like I told you. This look like the Texas version.
Rest in peace to James Avery. Shout out to my guy Bo Bulo. He's the one who did this on AI, man. And I was just talking about it this morning, and he whipped this up for. He's like, man, you need to make this into a T-shirt, man. So I'm gonna go
AI
down
over here got you looking. AI got you over here looking like you put up with Vivian and Will. Yo, what is this? My man over here, the Can Man. Like anybody can get it. Yo, I'm dying. Marcus, when did they come up with this nickname, the Can Man?
You know what? I cannot sit up here. I can't sit up here and take credit for it. I actually got that from the boxer back in the day named Adrian. Well, he's not back in the day. He's fairly Adrian Broner. Adrian the Problem Broner.
Yes. Okay.
He said that after a fight. He goes, "I'm the Can Man. Anybody can get it. Mexicans." It's like, so that's where I got it from. Mexicans, Americans. He goes, anybody can get it. So, I got it from there, and I like that. He would get his ass whipped afterwards, though. But that's what I try to say to people, because Torch, I be having people who are like, "Oh, Marcus, I need that same energy." I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Dude, I'm here all the time. I need that same energy. You're dogging out this player. You don't dog out this player, bro. Everybody gets it. Everybody gets it. Anybody can get it. Dak Prescott, Torch. Who has been harder on Jerry Jones than me? Who was louder about Jerry Jones trading away Micah Parsons? You were there with me when I was talking about it. Talking about Jerry Jones. Talking about Dak Prescott. Talking about Patrick Mahomes. Talking about Josh Allen. But it's like when I say something about certain people's team, they get like, man, oh, you need the same energy. But dude, everybody gets it, bro. Everybody. So stop with you need the same energy type stuff. So that's where I came up with that. I'm gonna probably get these printed up, bro. When I do our project that I'm working on for us,
I'm gonna
surprise them with. We're gonna surprise them with that in the next few weeks or so. So
that would listen, Marcus. This would be a nice shirt. But I'm gonna need you to give Death Row Records back his team. What the hell is this? First of all, the football snow. I told you Anybody touch, they're gonna be suspended for 6 weeks.
Right.
Performance enhancement, whatever the hell you want to call it, liquid, drugs. I don't know.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Look, it needs some modification, but shout out to Bo. He did that. I thought
I'm fucking with him. I'm messing with him. It's nice. I'm messing with you. I'm like,
anyone can get it. That could mean, yeah. I mean, it could. My meaning for it was like anybody can get it. That just whatever we can run it. That's what I mean by that. So,
speaking of, Marcus, you know what, sir? Speaking of anybody can get it, damn it.
Yeah.
Speaking of anybody can get it, damn it. Felt like today we should have started the show off with the journalist column. So we're gonna pick. By the way, if you don't know what the journalist column is, we pick a player or a coach, right? You can pick a player or a coach. Put it in the comment section. We're going to come up with a question that we would ask this player or coach. You're going to grade it. Is it a good question? Is it a bad question? Is it a great question, right? And we're going to talk about it too. Before we get into week 14 and the review and week 15 picks and all that good stuff and clap them cheeks, which is coming, I wanted to do journalist column. We haven't done it, and I think it's a good time to do it. So Marcus the Alphabets and I had a little executive talk, and we said that the first person we were going to talk about, this guy is over here talking about suck it on the shirt, lollipops and suck it, and anybody can get it. Lord have mercy. I tell you, by the way, children out there where
it's a bomb pop. It's a bomb pop. It's a bomb pop. It's very
bomb pops. You selling bomb beers and snow and bomb pops. Speaking of which, a bomb has went off in Philadelphia. 3 losses in a row. We want to start the show off by talking about Jalen Hurts. So Jalen Hurts is the first person on the docket. Marcus the Alphabets, go ahead, question, and then talk about.
Are we talking about the coach or are we talking about a player?
What Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts.
I'm gonna look. I try not to take credit for other people's work. There's a guy, and I'm doing everything I can to try to get this guy on the show because I know you've been calling him out, and he's gone missing for the past 2 weeks. He's gone missing for the past two or 3 weeks. We ain't seen him. He was posting up in the Alphabets group. He was posting up in the Alphabets group for weeks. Sometimes he posts up 2 or 3 times a week. I ain't seen nothing. Yeah. Oh, we'll see you in February and all that. But he did say something that kind of caught my attention. He called Jalen Hurts the human backpack. That's another. We need to get that. We need to get that trademark. We need to get that trademark copyrighted. We need to get that on there. Again, come out and play. Don't just come out when you win. When you lose, I need you right here too. Because you was talking real crazy with the human backpack. We've been saying for years, now y'all talk about keeping the same energy. Have we not been saying the same thing about Jalen Hurts? And all that I heard was, well, he wins. He wins. All he does is win. He's like DJ Khaled. All I do is win, win, win. That's all that we heard. And now he's getting his cheeks clapped. If we're going to stay on topic with our show segments, he getting his cheeks clapped. Now it's all of these excuses and all of that. Jalen Hurts is who we thought that he was. Oh, well, he won in Alabama. Well, he actually got his job taken from him by Tua. And then he went to Oklahoma. He got ran out of Alabama. And then he went to Oklahoma, and he didn't do much there. And he was a second or third round pick. And he came into the league, and he came into one of the best situations. Torch. I did a coffee talk segment, and I was hoping that Dwayne would have made a reel out of this, but I had a little list, Torch, and I did this on Coffee Talk. But you weren't there. I do Coffee Talk by myself, but I was like, you know what? So Jalen Hurts won the Super Bowl last year, and we got to get out of this habit of just because a person wins a Super Bowl that we crown their asses. Yes, a Super Bowl is a team accomplishment. It's a hell of an accomplishment. But we got to just stop just because somebody's won a Super Bowl and somebody else hasn't. That they're just this all-time great player. Trent Dilfer has a Super Bowl and Dan Marino does not. Brad Johnson has a Super Bowl and Jim Kelly does not. And I wouldn't take any of them Super Bowl quarterbacks, those two that I just mentioned, over the two quarterbacks that I just mentioned. So I sat down and I did a little list, and I want to. Can we do a little exercise real quick? Can we do an exercise real quick? So I came up with a list of quarterbacks that if they had the 2024 Philadelphia Eagles roster, quarterbacks from last year, all right? If you put them on the Philadelphia Eagles, that they would be a Super Bowl champion too. I'm going to read some names to you, and I want you to agree or disagree. We'll go over it real quick because we got about 14 names, okay? You ready? Patrick Mahomes with the 2024 Eagles roster. Yes? Joe Burrow.
C.
Joe Burrow?
C.
Okay. Josh Allen.
C.
Lamar Jackson.
C.
Dak Prescott. Brock Purdy.
Crazy, but C. Yes.
Justin Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Love. Jordan Love?
Who?
Jordan Love? Jordan Love? If you put Jordan Love on the 2024 Eagles, he would have won a Super Bowl with them last year.
Yes.
Okay.
Hell, Love might win. Listen, Jordan Love might go to the Super Bowl with less this year. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay. Jaden Daniels, rookie season Jaden Daniels. We're talking about from last year. Rookie season Jaden Daniels, the offensive rookie of the year.
C.
Who went to the NFC Championship, who was a game away from the Super Bowl.
C.
Sam Darnold, Vikings. Sam Darnold, last year.
We pushing it now.
Okay. Jared Goff. Baker Mayfield.
C.
Trevor Lawrence. With a 2,000-yard rusher, 2 1,000-yard receivers, a top 5 tight end, and the best offensive line in the game and best defense in the game.
I'm the biggest fan of Trevor Lawrence, but I can see where you're going. Go ahead.
Tua Tagovailoa with a 2,000-yard rusher, an all-world offensive line, his teammate from Alabama and Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, and Dallas Goedert, and the best defense in the game. And an offensive line that can protect him. Oh, by the way, Tua took his job at Alabama. So, with the same team. And then C.J. Stroud, rookie season C.J. Stroud, the offensive rookie of the year, 2 years ago. That's 15 quarterbacks. That's half of the league, nearly. There's 16. There's 16's half of 32. So we got to stop with this because a guy has won a championship that he's just this all-world player that's beyond reproach. I'm the Cam man. We don't play favorites here. We call out Josh Allen. We call out Lamar Jackson. We call out Jalen Hurts. We call out everybody. Jalen Hurts is the weakest link. You remember that game show back? Goodbye. You're the weakest link. You're the weakest link. You got a 2,000-yard rusher, Saquon Barkley, who barely has 700 yards this year. He was at 1,700 this same time last year. 1,700. He's got 700 yards, Torch. 700 yards. And the main reason is because of you. So we got to have this talk about Jalen Hurts. If I'm the Philadelphia Eagles and you're in your window right now, with all of the players that you have around you, you may have to start looking at a quarterback, bro. They may need to start looking at a quarterback. The other thing that came up to me, Torch, some of the players that he's played with, the Hall of Fame type players. Is Jason Kelce going to the Hall of Fame? Is Lane Johnson going to the Hall of Fame? Is Saquon Barkley probably going to the Hall of Fame? He's still got a little bit. Saquon Barkley's going to the Hall of Fame. These are the type of players that you have. Is Fletcher Cox going to the Hall of Fame? Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see where I'm going with this? We got to start looking at Jalen Hurts. And look, he's a good dude. He's clean cut. You know, he's real cool and calm and collect on the field. He doesn't really throw nobody under the bus. He takes a lot, but we've got to start looking at Jalen Hurts a little bit differently, and we got to stop just putting people on a pedestal just because they have a Super Bowl championship that they were a part of. But we got to start. We got to start holding these guys' feet to the fire. We got to start doing that. That's all I got.
That's why we having this conversation. This was the post that was put up. Okay. And Jalen Hurts is obviously in the post. There's another post that has Jalen Hurts, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow in it. Since 2022, Jalen Hurts has thrown for more yards than both of those quarterbacks, Lamar and Joe. Here's where I hate when people put up certain stuff without context and without true premise.
Skewed
Question number one. Say it again.
Skewed stats.
Yes, skewed. Very skewed stats. Here's where I have a problem. Number one. How many games has Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson missed since 2022? Let's start there.
A few.
So first and foremost, they've been injured and missed a significant amount of time since 2022.
Yeah.
Number two, Lamar Jackson runs for how many yards a season?
He generally runs for about between 700 and 1,000 yards a season.
Okay, so 700 to 1,000.
He has two 1,000 rushing season. The only quarterback ever in the history of the NFL to do that.
Premise, and let me match it. I believe in a parallel universe. Last year, what did Jalen Hurts throw for?
What, like barely like three, maybe close to 3,000 yards, maybe somewhere around.
It was 2,964.
Yeah, that's about 3,000 yards.
Okay, and Saquon had 2,000 yards, right? Want to hear a parallel universe? Derrick Henry had almost 2,000 yards rushing in the same season. How many yards did Lamar Jackson throw for last year?
Like over $4,000, right? About 4,500, something like that.
So let's be clear. In a parallel universe, folks, Lamar Jackson not only threw for way more yards, but wasn't on the field as much as Jalen Hurts either. And here's why. Baltimore's defense last year was boo-boo. Baltimore's secondary was garbage last year. Guess who was tops in the league in defense last year?
The Eagles.
Philadelphia Eagles.
The Eagles.
Guess who easily got off the field way more than the Baltimore Ravens last year? The Philadelphia Eagles, which means Jalen Hurts had even more times to be on the field because they were able to get off the field easier, correct?
Yeah.
We correlate that? Okay. So now that we correlating that, there is absolutely no way in hell, stupid. I gotta say this. I don't mean to be rude, stupid, that you really could actually sit up here and say that Jalen Hurts is a better quarterback than Lamar Joe Burrow. By the way, they mentioned Justin Herbert. If Justin Herbert had went to Miami, this is not even a conversation.
We already have a Super Bowl.
If he went to Miami, are you hearing what I'm saying right now? Listen to the words that's coming out of my mouth. If Herbert went to Miami, this is not even a conversation. Do you know what Herbert would do with Tyreek Hill and Jalen?
And Achane and Mostert. And Mostert when he had 20 touchdowns.
And the tight ends that Miami is. Do you understand what Justin Herbert would have did with those weapons? Can we stop this nonsense now?
How about the tight end Gesicki? You see what he's doing with I'm just not understanding. Like, how can you even correlate? And I get it. I'm a component and fan of black quarterbacks, and I love when they do great. But we're not about to sit up here and act as if the human backpack, Mr. Door his boots himself, is not being carried. I heard somebody today, and I'm about to call them out. I actually like what she's doing. Simone with the sports. Yeah. I seen her put up a magazine and say, if your quarterback is not on ESPN holding one of these, being the Super Bowl MVP, then you're not allowed to talk. Okay. Here's what I'm going to say directly. Simone, you're going to see this too. Simone. Sir. Ma'am. I'm sorry. I almost called you a sir. Ma'am, first and foremost, that defense carried Jalen Hurts all year. Last year, Saquon Barkley carried that team to the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts made a few throws in the Super Bowl. The defense should have won the MVP. Not to be funny, the defense should have won the MVP. Did you not watch what they did to Patrick Mahomes? Saquon Barkley could have broken Eric Dickerson's 40-plus-year-old record, and they sat him.
Mm-hmm. And they sat him. But not even just that. But I'm talking about just the Super Bowl in general. If you watch the Super Bowl,
Patrick Mahomes was running
for the Philadelphia Eagles defense put Jalen Hurts in great positions during that game.
Yep.
First of all, nobody thought that rookie Cooper DeJean or rookie
Quinyon
from Akron.
Quinyon
Mitchell, who I've watched legitimately, would be as good as they've been. Now, for those who will sit here and tell me that, oh, well, you know, Jalen Hurts and offense, yada, yada, yada. Marcus, what were they saying about A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith just a couple seasons ago? Didn't they have them on the top 3 pairs list?
With Higgins, with Chase and Higgins and Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and Tyreek and Waddle.
Mm-hmm. So they were on that list.
Yes.
By the way, right?
Yes.
They were on the list, right?
Yes.
So my question also is, for those who are about to say, well, Justin Herbert has garbage stats. You do know by bringing that into the conversation that means head and shoulders that the Philadelphia Eagles had a better team, right? Anytime you bring up garbage stats, well, that means that Justin Herbert's team was getting their ass crushed, handed to him. And I will say that Justin Herbert did not have the same weaponry that Philadelphia had. If you think Mike Williams, and I'm not a hater of Mike Williams, but Mike, I dropped the ball Williams, Quentin
always hurt.
The ball Johnson always hurt. Quentin always Johnson
dropped the ball always hurt.
Keenan Allen was better than that squad. You're tripping.
Austin Eckler always hurt.
If you mention running backs, because I've heard this, they'll mention the running backs, right? They'll mention because they had the guy from Washington that plays at Washington, Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler was not a better runner to me than the previous running back before Saquon Barkley. I think we skip and forget who the running back was before Saquon Barkley, who had 1,000 yards rushing as well, who came right to Buffalo and ran all over Buffalo? You know who I'm talking about?
Are you talking about Shane McCoy? But don't forget, they also had DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about DeAndre Swift. I'm talking about the other one. I'm talking about Miles Sanders.
Yeah, Miles Sanders. DeAndre Swift. Yeah, they just had DeAndre Swift.
They had DeAndre Swift as well. Yeah. So, I mean, again, let's not sit here and pretend as if Philadelphia has not had good offense. So if you try to make excuses for why what we're saying is legitimate or not legitimate, I would preface it to you again. Marcus named 15 quarterbacks. I'm going to agree and tell you that those quarterbacks could have won the Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles. Right. And legitimately, you can't use offense as an excuse because since COVID, name 2 players that the Philadelphia Eagles drafted in the first 2 rounds since 2020. Name 2 offensive players. Name them. Besides Devonta Smith, do not name nobody. Try to name somebody else. You're not going to be able to do it because every other pick was defense. Every other pick was defense. Every single one of them.
And look, that we give Howie Roseman his props. You know, look, correct. I'm not. You're not going to make me feel guilty for having a good GM who goes out and free.
No, we don't want to do that. I also want to preface
talent, but let's not act like let's not act like if other people were put in the same position that they wouldn't have the same type of success. That's all that I've ever said. I'm like, who you play with matters. Oh, it doesn't matter. Look, Jalen Hurts is the Draymond Green of the NFL. That's what he is. He's a guy who is surrounded by the Monstars. How about this? Or we can stick with football. He's the black Brock Purdy. When I used to tell y'all about Brock Purdy, you know, when he had Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk and Kittle and Christian McCaffrey and Trent Williams and Nick Bosa and Fred Warner and all these guys are like, oh, look where Brock Purdy's doing. I'm like, dude, he plays with the y'all seen Monster Jam with Michael Jordan, the Monstars? That's who you're playing with. And you're all right. You're all right. But you are not the catalyst why this thing is so great. You're not the main reason why. He is the black Brock Purdy. That's what you are. You are the NFL's version of Draymond Green. That's what you are.
So I need y'all to do me a favor in the comment section right now. Melissa, you'll see you going in. You know I got a Marcus impression coming. Trust me, it's coming. The Can Man, by the way. The Can Man. I got one coming. Trust me. DJ Nico Shaw, what's good? Shout out to everybody that's tuned in right now. Do me a favor and put your player and coach in the comment section so we can have a couple people to do questions for. My question to Jalen Hurts would be this. How and why has your defense, your offense fallen off so badly from last year to now when you have the same roster? What is the contributing factors to why your offense has struggled so mightily this season?
I think I can answer that. I really do. Look, I don't make excuses, but after a while, when every year you're getting new coordinators, and this is the other thing I think people don't really understand the importance of having good coordinators, right? When you start losing coordinators, we just seen this recently, even as recent as last year with the Lions losing Glenn and Ben Johnson. They're still good, but both of those coordinators were awesome. They were awesome. Or the 49ers a couple of years ago losing Robert Saleh, and he's back there now, but they really miss him. The Eagles losing Kellen Moore, and and they're down to their third coordinator in 3 years. You can't just keep switching out coordinators every year. That's the gift and the curse of being good, is when you have success, then people start gutting your team. And we see this with all of these teams. We see it what's happening with the Kansas City Chiefs, losing a guy like Darius Sneed, losing a guy like the coordinator, the running back, Eric Bieniemy. You kind of start to see, they still got Spags, but I think they really miss Eric Bieniemy. We're kind of starting to see now people start gutting your team. They start taking players away from you, start taking your coordinators away from you. And after a while, you look around and you're like, damn. In the next probably year or so, you're probably going to see with Buffalo, a guy like Joe Brady taking off. You see your guy, Ken Dorsey, gets taken away. Brian Dable gets taken. And every year you're having to bring, every couple of years you're having to bring coordinators in to replace those guys. And they want to do things kind of like their own way. And you lose that continuity. The other thing you see with the Eagles is losing a guy like Jason Kelce. I believe Jason Kelce will go down as a top 5 center of all time. Lane Johnson as a tackle. And he's been banged up this year. He's been on IR, in and out the lineup. Lane Johnson, I think he's going to the Hall of Fame. Jordan Mailata has been a little bit banged up. So I just think that when you have success and you have these long runs, people start gutting your team. And when they do that, it starts taking a toll. It really does start taking a toll. I think the loss of Kellen Moore has really hurt him this year. I think Kellen Moore is a former quarterback. He was our offensive coordinator. He, played big time ball at Boise State and, has a quarterback type mind. And I think he really misses him, because he's kind of a guy that quarterbacks can talk to, because he played the position.
Some with some of these so Matthew Berry obviously put up his top 15 quarterback rankings for the week. So as we're doing the journalist column, by the way, if you're just tuning in to World Class Wednesdays, what's up? Make sure you like and share the show. Obviously, we just got finished talking about Jalen Hurts. I don't want to talk about Jalen Hurts the whole show. But we had to start off with that because there is some things that needed to be addressed as far as Jalen Hurts. He is an elite winner, by the way. He's not an elite quarterback. We need to stop with the throwing out the elite word so much, as it's been saying. Stop crowning people off of 1 year success. Stop crowning people off of. Plus, on top of that, you need to realize this too. Nobody had tape on them last year. Kellen Moore was a new coordinator coming in. Nobody had tape on Saquon Barkley, who was the luxury pick. Nobody had tape on that offense. Nobody knew what they were trying to do. There's a difference between preparing for a team 1 week and preparing for a team for the whole offseason. Teams have now had the entire offseason to prepare for Philadelphia. When you are the champion, you get everyone's best. This is what happens. Okay.
Go from hunter to hunter.
So teams now prepare for you. When they see you on their schedule, they say, all right, well, let's look at the Philadelphia game. Let's look at the tendencies. Let's look at, who's very good to watch. And a lot of people, and this is something I'm going to talk about when we talk about Phillip Rivers later. Cam Newton is very good to watch. Watch how he breaks down film and watch how he talks about film. Like if I asked the audience right now, do you know what can or kill means? Could anybody put in the comment section right now? And I just want to know. This is just sports talk. Do you know what can or kill means? Okay. It's important. And if you don't know, you don't put it in the comment section, I'm going to say, Marcus, tell them what can and kill means. If you don't. We'll get back to that, right? He breaks down certain tendencies. This is what they look at in film study. They look at certain stuff. They look overhead for signals. They look at up close and personal. footage, like how we watch it at home, for verbiage, what you say. Like if you say 319, you know how Aaron Rodgers loved using the 319. He made it famous. 319, stuff like that. They look for those tendencies and they look for that stuff. When you have a whole off season, it's a lot easier to prepare for teams and give them your best when you've done that. This is what you're seeing this year with the Philadelphia Eagles. All those teams that are really good or legitimate or have a good defense or can play up to the standard have looked at the Philadelphia Eagles and said, okay, this is their tendency. Boom, boom, boom. This is what Jalen Hurts likes to do. He likes to throw that slant to AJ Brown, or he likes to throw that slant to Devonta Smith. Can he throw the deep ball? No. Can't listen. Who watched the Chargers game? Hello, watch the Chargers game. That'll tell you a whole hell of a lot that you need to know. Watch the Chargers game. Watch the Bears game. Watch the Bears game. Watch these games. This is what we be talking about when we say watch football. When Marcus be trying to sit up here and talk about, Marcus look like he done had some peach crown today. I don't know. I don't just say that. He looked like he done
not yet.
And then had a couple cans.
Not yet. Not yet.
He said not yet. But this is what we be talking about. Watch football, not just watch the game. You got to watch, observe, and then pick up a bunch of different things. Pick up on all of the, all of the elements to football. Amen. Stop. Please stop crowning people that didn't earn it. Right. Jacob, what up, my G? What up, my G? Shout out to you, Jacob. Nico Shaw, head coach question, Cowboys. Okay, got you. We'll get to that in a minute. So we got the rankings here. We got Josh Allen, number 1, Drake May, 2, Matthew Stafford, 3, Jalen Hurts, 4. He's too high. Lamar, 5, Jackson Dart, 6, Joe Burrow, 7, Brock, 8, Dak Prescott, 9, Marcus Mariota, 10. Mariota, 10. Okay, this guy, this list is
he's a Commanders fan. He's very public that he's a Commanders fan. He's like Nick Wright about the Chiefs. Have you ever said First Things First, Nick Wright? I mean, he's nearly unbearable on First Things First.
Yeah. Pack him up. Please pack him up.
Yeah, he had to come in this past weekend and eat a lot of crow, man. He had to eat a lot of crow.
Pack him up right now. These are the running back rankings. He's got Christian McCaffrey, Devon Achane, Jahmyr Gibbs. First of all, Jahmyr Gibbs not being number 2 or 1 is a travesty. I'm just gonna put that out there now. Bijan, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Taylor has slipped all the way to 8. James Cook is number 9. What in the entire hell?
Hang on. The reason he has these rankings like you know what Matthew Berry's famous for, right? Fantasy football. So he's basing this off of their fantasy football and their opponents for this week. James Cook. Who did the 49ers play this week? I don't know who. James Cook's got to play against the Patriots defense, so he would slide down a little bit because of his opponent. So that's why these
what he's trying to do. He's trying to use hindsight at the same token using fantasy football.
Yeah, he's a fantasy football.
Yeah, I get it now. Now I could totally understand this because at first I'm like, I hope this ain't your rankings in general. Okay. With that being said, you see the wide receiver rankings. We'll get back to that shortly. DJ Nico Shaw said, my question, Cowboys head coach, do you think the amount of changes that your team has overcome all year long with changes in trades, in your opinion, has your owner done enough to put you in a position to be successful going forward? And has Pickens shown you he can give the best effort and has earned a spot on your team moving forward?
Look, every week, if y'all watch Coffee Talk, which you should, every Mondays through Thursdays, every week on Wednesdays, I did it this morning. I do my NFL awards winner that they give at the end of the year for the week. So my MVP, my offensive player of the year, defensive player of the year, comeback player of the year, coach of the year, offensive rookie, defensive rookie, and then my executive of the year as of right now, okay? And this is not some homer stuff. Jerry Jones would be on the forefront of that with what he's done this year, the trades that he's made. A lot of people, and Torch, me and you, we talked about this off the air, on the air, the Micah Parsons trade. A lot of people were ready to tar and feather Jerry. People ask me, and my answers changed a little bit, who won that trade? And I've changed my answer. My answer now is I think both teams benefited from it. Definitely you all have benefited from it. What he's done for that defense, allowing us not to have to spend the money, the $47 million, allowing us to get 2 first-round picks, to go get a guy like Quinnen Williams, Kenny Clark, all of that, plus guys that he's picked
late
up.
Seconds. They're going to be late first, which is a high second, but go ahead.
That's true, but we still got 2 first-round picks for this year, because we traded it, for Quinnen Williams. So what he's done, going to go get a Javonte Williams, a Kenny Pickett, the Quinnen Williams, Kenny Clark, all these guys that he's went and got. Yes, he's done a great job. Now, I still would be reluctant to pay George Pickens $35 million a year. But the thing about it, if you don't pay him, Pickett would be George Pickens would be probably the number 1 wide receiver free agent if he were to hit free agency. And he probably would end up being the highest paid wide receiver in the league with what he's done this year. You have to take the good with the bad when it comes with him. It's just like with T.O. and Randy Moss and guys like that. You put up with a little bit more with them because of the talent. They're immensely talented. Now, I want to see how he bounces back this week, especially after the shellacking that they took last week. But yes, I think what they've done this past year, you got to give Jerry Jones credit. I've been on his ass about this dumb stuff he does. Jerry Jones is 83 years old. He's 83 years old. He's got more days beyond him than he does in front of him. And when you start getting to that age, you start thinking about legacy. What are you leaving behind? Now, he's in the Hall of Fame already. You can't take that away from him. He's got 3 Super Bowl championships. But I think before he leaves this earth, he would like to get one more. So what he's done, yes, I think the changes. Now, here's to answer the last part of your question. Will it come to fruition this year? I don't know, because I don't know if the Cowboys make the playoffs. That Detroit loss, and Torch, we talked about this on and off the air. That Detroit loss was very devastating. And but because the Eagles keep messing up, the Cowboys are still mathematically in it to win the division. Now, I don't think that they can make it through as a wild card, because I think that there's just too many teams in front of them. You got the teams from the NFC North, you got the teams from the NFC West. If you're relying on that to get into the playoffs, you're probably not going to make it. Your surest route is to try to win a division. So we'll see what happens. But I'm very pleased with what Jerry Jones has done. And short, what he's done this year has been very impressive.
All right, interesting enough. I'm getting more messages in my group right now. I'm going off right now. I'm actually going to show this because this needs to be shown.
You Eagles fans, mighty quiet this morning. Y'all really tried to sell us that Jalen Hurts is better than Josh Allen. Y'all got high off a Super Bowl win, and it got y'all out here saying some dumb shit. What part of that game last night was Kevin Patullo's fault exactly? Come on, Eagles fans, explain it to me. How is it the offensive coordinator's fault, and how is he responsible for Jalen Hurts being ass, turning the ball over 5 times? Look, I'm not shocked that Black Brock Purdy shit the bed versus the Chargers. What I'm shocked at is that the Eagles, who had success with the real star, with the real leader of the team, Saquon Barkley, running the ball, that they decided to take it out of his hands and put it in Jalen's hands. And to do what exactly? Prove he's capable? I've only been telling you that he isn't capable for years, specifically this season. 2 good years don't make you elite. Josh Allen covers up the deficiencies for the Bills roster. The Eagles roster covers up for Jalen Hurts' deficiencies. That's the difference. And a Super Bowl don't change that. Nick Foles has a Super Bowl. Does that mean he was better than Tom Brady or Matt Ryan or whoever the premier quarterbacks were in 2018? Look, Jalen is fine. He's a B player that y'all tried to tell us was an A-plus player. And I never want to hear y'all put Jalen Hurts and Josh Allen's level again. So get the fuck out of here, Eagles fans, and take that goofy-ass positivity rabbit with you. You Eagles fans, mighty quiet this morning. Y'all really tried to sell us that Jalen.
Black Brock Purdy, he stole my line. Hey, who just said that? I never seen that. I just said that. Black Brock Purdy. Who just said that? I've never seen that video. So, and not just Josh Allen, but again, 15 other quarterbacks that could have done the same thing that he did last year. Now, look, you still got to go out there. You got to go win the game. I get it. But it helps when you're surrounded. Who you play with matters. Y'all think I just be saying this shit just for no reason. Who you play with matters, man. Who you play with matters. That helps a lot. That helps a lot. Oh, Joe Burrow. Well, he's got 2 elite wide receivers. Yeah, he does have 2 elite wide receivers, but he's got a terrible offensive line and maybe the worst defense in the league. Maybe the worst one of the worst defenses in the league. The Bengals have, and he's got to overcome that. His offensive line. He's been hurt so many times. Did you see what he said today? He goes, "I'm not having fun." I got to really start thinking about when guys start talking like that. I start having to Andrew Luck, Torch. When guys start talking like that, I start thinking Andrew Luck. Just one day he wakes up and he's like, you know what? I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to do this. I don't want to go through rehab. I don't want to be the off season. I got to sit up here and try to come from a torn ACL or Achilles or whatever like that. When guys start talking like this, I'm not having fun. I'm not, I'm not having fun. When guys start talking about that, that's like guys that are like, they got one foot out the door. Cincinnati Bengals. If I'm y'all this offseason, when this season's over, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to call him in there and I'm going to listen to what this man has to say, because he's telling you. It's like with that woman look, I'm tired of you coming home late. I'm tired of you being drunk all the time. I'm tired of you not paying the bills. I'm tired of you I'm tired of you coming home late. I'm tired of you, doing this, and I'm trying to tell you, and you keep doing the same stuff, and then you come home one day. You come home one day, and her ass is gone, and she done left you a note saying, "I'm out. I done moved out of town." He's trying to tell y'all ain't listening. Y'all better listen, Cincy, because you got a good thing there. You got a guy. You saw him play this weekend, and he was incredible. Now he did have the 2 interceptions, but you saw the talent there and what hit the connection he had. Now Chase didn't have a great game, but Higgins was killing Buffalo. You better listen to what this man is saying. Y'all be running off really good players. You look at the players that have come through Cincinnati, Torch. Think about it. The Carson Palmers, the Ocho Cincos, the TJ Husmanzadas, the Joe Mixons, the Corey Dillons, the Geno Atkins, all of these guys that they've hit, the Takeo Spikes, all these guys that have come through there over the years, and y'all have blown AJ Green, the AJ Greens and the guys like that, and y'all have nothing to show for it. And he's trying to tell you, he's warning you, he's like, I'm not having fun. This ain't fun. It don't matter. You're making money. You're getting your ass kicked every week. It ain't no fun. You're missing the playoffs, or you're recovering from your injuries. They better take it. Somebody else say them pissed off, Torch. Trey Hendrickson. You done pissed him off. I'm going to go have my surgery. Trey Hendrickson's pretty much done with the year. Everything gone. Bye-bye now. Yeah. Everybody gone. Y'all better listen to this man. He's giving you subtle hints. Y'all better change things around there. He's going to dip out on y'all. Your mic is off, fam.
Oh, we gonna get into all of that during the show today. You ain't slick. We ain't gonna let you off the hook, my brother. We ain't letting you off the hook. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in to World Class Wednesdays. First hour already gone. Damn. Whole hour already in the books with the show. Shout out to everybody tuned in. Bye-bye now. Everybody gone. Will Richter, what up? Yeah, Melissa. Everybody gone now, including Marcus the Alphabet's chances of Cincinnati making the playoffs, too. Mm-hmm. That's number one.
Who is making the playoffs, though? I tell you who is making the playoffs.
We gonna get to that. You think so? We gonna get to that. We will get to that. I promise you, we get into that later on in the show. Nevertheless, I wanna do a little fun fact for y'all real quick. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, we know about Shamir Moore. Michigan's coach got fired. We know about that. We'll talk about that later. I think I'm gonna talk about that tomorrow. Actually, part of that tomorrow. We got a fun fact real quick. I just want to see if you noticed this. You ready? I want to see if you notice something that's missing. So this is most touchdown combination in NFL history. Of course, Peyton Manning, my guy, is up there. Manning to Marvin Harrison. Phenomenal connection. Steve Young to Jerry Rice. Tom Brady to Gronkowski. Dan Marino to Mark Clayton. Peyton Manning's up here twice. Dan Marino to Reggie Wayne. Drew Brees to Marquise Colston. Can you name the duo that is missing on this list that should be on this list? And they should be in the middle.
Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. Joe Montana and Jerry Rice.
Not that easy. Not Joe Montana and Jerry Rice. That's not the one I'm looking for. But yes, they should be on here too.
They should definitely be in there somewhere.
That's not the one I'm looking for. That's
Troy Aikman and Michael Irvin?
Nope.
What?
A more recent one.
Diggs and Josh Allen?
Nope. Not that damn recent, but recent. It's damn near in that. Come on, I want to see. Y'all notice.
You said Jim Kelly and Andre Reed?
Nope.
Big Ben and Antonio Brown?
Nope.
Phillip Rivers and Antonio Gates?
Nope. That's a good one too. Nope. You naming it some good duels.
I'm trying to think
there's one in specific that I'm thinking about that isn't on this list that should be on this list. And how disrespectful.
Let me say Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams?
There it is. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, you saw me tilt my screen up. That gave you the.
No, I was just thinking of
I tilt my screen up, and all of a sudden you saw the jersey. It was like Rodgers.
I was gonna say Jordy Nelson.
Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams have 82 touchdowns together. By the way, and here's the answer. There it is. Just so you know, the answer is right there. Yeah, it's 82. Okay. Should be on this list. Disrespectful. Disrespect my man, not putting my man on this list that it should be on. I'm not tired of y'all Aaron Rodgers disrespect. I'm gonna keep disrespecting my mans like that. Okay. Football player, he's great. Stop the nonsense. Aaron Rodgers could have won the Super Bowl with Philadelphia too. Now, speaking of the Packers, though. Speaking of the Packers, is this a Super Bowl preview?
I totally forgot about Aaron Rodgers last year. Huh?
Is this a Super Bowl preview? Watch your mouth.
No.
I said Jerome in the house. Watch your mouth. Can't man, look out. Without a doubt, you better watch your mouth. Wait a minute. Watch it.
It's the original player from the Himalaya.
better watch it. Watch it, Marcus.
Hey, George. If you know the song, sing along. I say, I say,
you gonna make me want to watch Martin when I get off the show. Stop playing. Yeah.
What's up, Junk? What's up, Junk in the trunk? Look, man. Look, I mean, I think that the NFC is really loaded this year. When you look at the teams in the NFC, look, personally for me, I think it's the Rams are coming out the NFC. I think when you look at the Rams, what they have, the Rams have everything. You got 2 elite all-world wide receivers. Puka Nacua is incredible. I don't think he
beat Green Bay though.
Say what now?
Other team that has a problem beating Green Bay though.
Yeah, when you gotta go to Green Bay ain't gonna have the number 1 seed, sir. So that means you gotta go to LA. You gotta come on out to the West Coast and play against Puka and Devontae. You talk about your boy Devontae Adams and Puka and Kyron Williams and Blake Corum and that first pass rush. And Matthew Stafford, the front runner for the MVP. So look, and then on the NFC side, AFC side, you have 2 of the best defenses that I've seen recently. Last year's Philly defense was pretty awesome, but the Texans defense and the damn Broncos defense ain't no joke on the AFC side. The Texans defense. When have we ever seen? I've never seen Josh Allen look like that. He's had bad games where he couldn't throw the ball that well, but where you saw Josh Allen just getting run down and they were coming at him from everywhere else. And the thing about it is what travels in the playoffs, Torch? What travels in the playoffs? A run game and defense. Who's got a better defense right now? The defenses that are playing better than the Broncos, the Texans, the Rams, your Packers. Your Packers are pretty good, but the Texans defense ain't no joke, man. They ain't no joke. They swarm, bro. Josh Allen got sacked 8 times. He got sacked 8 times. 8 times. And that was against Deion Dawkins, y'all's best offensive lineman, and Will Anderson Jr. and Daniil Hunter wore his ass out. They wore him out. And then they can cover on the back end too. The back end too. You got Stingley, you got Petrie. I'm just saying, man, the Texas defense made they made Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes look very average. So look, man, it's tough. Now, every team has some blemishes, though. So that's the one good thing that you can kind of look forward to, that Mahomes turned over the ball 3 times and sacked. Okay, and Josh Allen got sacked 8 times. 8 times. He's trying to outrun these guys. Bro, you ain't fast like that. Josh Allen running around like he Lamar Jackson, like he got 4.3 speed. Bro, those guys are big, fast guys coming at you from everywhere. So all of the teams have some blemishes. Even the contenders, they got blemishes. Packers, I think Jordan Love is inconsistent. Lions, secondary, all their secondaries hurt. All their secondaries hurt. Bills can't stop the run. No wide receivers. You know what I'm saying? Texans, awesome defense. Woody Marks is their starting running back. CJ Stroud's inconsistent. So look, everybody out there has something that they're dealing with that, that's a problem. Broncos, are we sold on Bo Nix? He's throwing for 150 yards. They're still winning games. So we'll see, man. We'll see. That's why we watch the game, because every you can do all these hypotheticals, but the bottom line is you have to go out there and play the game. So we'll see what happens.
Overtime Sports, by the way, for sending that. Appreciate y'all. Overtime Sports. Shout out to y'all. Y'all doing a phenomenal job over there with y'all graphics and all that good stuff. Very nice. I like it. Definitely. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate you. Dude. I think we mentioned it. I think you might have mentioned it, but we're going to talk about it. Phillip Rivers is back and wearing number 17. Marcus the Alphabets. I'm just about to put this out there right now. Shout out to everybody tuned in. That's what I'm going to say right now. There's a reason why Phillip Rivers at 44 is back with the Colts. Hey, Marcus, who's the owner?
Carly Ursay.
Now, out of all the quarterbacks you could have got, why would you go get Phillip Rivers?
He had his best year statistically under Shane Steichen. That's what it is. It's familiar. It's familiarity. It's familiarity. That's what it is.
You can say that the owner likes him. It's okay. She does. She likes him.
The owner likes him. The owners have relationships too. What is Robert Kraft called Tom Brady? What does he call him? Tommy. Oh, you can't do that to Tommy. Bill Belichick, you're not getting rid of Tommy. Tommy's a vital part of this family. That was like his other son. So look, it happens. Me personally, I would have called Tom Brady. I would be like, look, Tom, I know you got this nice ass gig with Fox Sports and all that. What would you think about coming out? We'll give you $20 million to come out and play 4 or 5 games, 3 or 4 games left, and then maybe 3 or 4 games in the playoffs. I would have called Tom Brady. We would write you a check right now, a $25 million check, if you will come out and play for us. That's what I would have did. Over Phillip Rivers, because I don't view Phillip Rivers like that. I don't view him as like this. I know he's a finalist, and I talked about it this morning. He's a finalist for the Hall of Fame. I don't view him like that. I don't view him on the same level as Big Ben Roethlisberger, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning. I don't view him like that. But he is.
Whoa. Slow down. Yeah. Slow down. It's for ladies. I'm sorry. I can't be saying that to you. Excuse me. Marcus?
Yeah.
Did you say Eli was better than Phillip Rivers?
Yes. He's better than Phillip Rivers. He was better than Phillip Rivers. He beat Tom Brady. Look, and I understand.
Wait a minute. If we giving Jalen Hurts that energy, we got to give Eli that same energy.
Look at his playoff run. Look at his playoff. Eli Manning's playoff runs.
I get it.
He was.
Look at his career run. Look at his career run.
I understand that.
His career would say that defense carried his ass.
Okay, and what history will say about Phillip Rivers is he was on a 14-2 team and didn't even make it to the Super Bowl.
Oh,
yes. 14-2. You're 14-2, and you got your and look. Overall, we want to have this debate. We can have this debate.
Now, but wait a minute. Whoa. What we say about 15-2 teams who got bounced in the first round last year, sir?
Okay, got you. That's what I'm saying.
You have that same energy. Wait a minute now. We talk about same energy. You got that same energy for Jared Goff. You got the same energy for Sam.
Let's have a little exercise here. Let's have a little exercise here. You ready?
Yeah, I'm always ready.
Who had better teams, Eli Manning or Phillip Rivers? I'm gonna give you some names. Hey, hang on. I'm gonna give you some names. Who's a better running back, Tiki Barber or LaDainian Tomlinson, Michael the Burner Turner, Darren Sproles? who had better running backs? Who had a better tight end?
Marcus, I noticed that you decided to only name Tiki Barber, but you didn't name Brandon Jacobs.
Man, Brandon Jacobs.
I noticed that you didn't name. Wait a minute now, Marcus.
Is Brandon Jacobs in the Hall of Fame?
First of all, hold on. Let me start off by this, paying respect to my man LT, who I think is one of the greatest of all time. LT trumps all of those. Even though we not gonna he trumps all those. We're not about to sit here and play like Tiki Barber wasn't nothing though. We're not about to play like Brandon Jacobs wasn't nothing. But I will say this: offensively,
yeah.
Wait a minute, Marcus, the alphabet.
Let me fit. Okay, that's just running backs.
Oh, see,
hang on.
Marcus,
where do we have? Hang on.
The Chargers had a better duo than the Giants. Victor Cruz and whatchamacallit?
Mario Manningham? Really?
No,
that's what we're going.
No. We're not talking about Mario Manningham. What's the other wide receiver's name?
Hakeem Nicks.
Oh, the one that shot himself in the foot.
Plaxico. Bro, where do we have Antonio Gates at as far as tight ends?
He's a tight end. He's top all time. I get you.
Okay. Where do we have LaDainian Tomlinson at as far as running back?
Again, he trumps. I get
it.
Okay,
so name me another player. Name me a player of that caliber on those Giants teams.
Okay, I get it if you're saying that. But what I'm saying is that those players I'm naming ain't no slouches. It would be different if we're talking about, okay, see, this is World Class Wednesday. Mm-hmm. You're talking about world-class players in LaDainian and Antonio
not world-class.
Gates.
We're talking about players that were
No. Those two players were world-class players. Stop it.
That ever played at their respective position.
Those two players are world class. To me, world class means you're the best of the best. Yeah. World class players. And then we're talking about very good players. It would be different if we were talking about world class players and then bums. The Giants didn't have bums on their teams. And hold on, can I start with their defense? Do I need to start with the Giants' defense too? Are we gonna do that? I was about to say, because ain't no way in hell you telling me the Chargers had a better defense than the Giants.
Okay, like I said, switch them up. And you give Eli Manning, LaDainian Tomlinson, Darren Sproles, Michael the Burner Turner, and Antonio Gates.
Okay, watch this. The same way we say 15. Hold on, watch this. And this is where I get very parallel with you.
Yeah.
The same way you said Eli Manning won 2 Super Bowls with the Giants.
Yeah.
I can name 12 quarterbacks in that era who would have did the same.
Okay. How about
and Phillip Rivers would have been one of them.
Okay, but again, put Eli Manning on Eli Manning on the Chargers and give him LaDainian Tomlinson, Antonio Gates.
Get you. Guess what? And guess what I'm gonna tell you. And guess what I'm gonna tell you. You ready for this?
And prime Keenan Allen. And prime Keenan Allen.
Oh,
no. You remember Keenan Allen played there too, right?
I'm about to let you know something.
Okay.
Eli still would have went home that year.
Man, stop it.
He'd have got packed up. You know who won that? Do you know who won the Super Bowl that year?
What year was that? I'm trying to think what year that was. That was it was probably what, the Patriots?
The year 14 and 2. You don't know what year that was?
Was that 04, 05? I think that was the Patriots. No, because he was drafted in 04, 05. That was probably like either the Packers or the Saints. Either the Packers or the Saints.
6 Super Bowl winner.
Was that Tom Brady?
Was it?
I don't know. I'm just saying. You were 15-2 and your ass got sent home. I don't know who won it. You were 15-2 and got your ass sent home. I watched Eli Manning.
Sir, the 2006 Super Bowl winner was the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay.
They were getting sent home.
Okay. All I know is I saw Eli Manning beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl. I saw Eli
I'm telling
Manning.
you, the years. Hold on. This is where we got to keep it parallel. I keep it parallel. The years that Eli Manning won those Super Bowls, Phillip Rivers would have won both of those Super Bowls.
I don't know.
With those teams.
I
cannot say that Eli Manning would have won the Super Bowl with the Chargers team that went 14-2.
14.
There's your difference.
You got sent home.
14-2,
and you got sent home.
You know who they got sent home by?
Was it the Patriots or was it the Patriots? Who sent them home?
The Steelers sent them home.
Okay, I got it. And Eli Manning sent the Patriots home twice in the Super Bowl. Where do we rank the 2007 Patriots team?
15 other quarterbacks would have sent them home.
They were 8 twice. One time is a coincidence. 2 times the same team, and you pack them up twice. Look, Eli Manning, I get it. He has the deer in the headlights look. The gee golly shucks look on his face all the time. But that man was a killer. Let me tell you something. That year that they won the 2007,
they actually, Marcus, I'm lying to you. They lost to the Patriots. They lost 24-21 in the division.
The Patriots that Eli Manning sent home? That team?
Really? No, but guess what? Pittsburgh won the Super Bowl that year, though. Okay. Marcus, I don't give a damn. They still would listen. We talk about parallel universes, sir. I'm telling you, 15 quarterbacks could have won that Super Bowl.
Okay.
Those Super Bowls Eli won.
Eli Manning was
would have won the Super Bowl.
Eli Manning played like crap in the regular season, but when them lights came on, that dude was surgical. Trust me. We used to see him twice, and I'm like, this dude. But when in the biggest of games, when the chips were on the table, that man was surgical.
I watched them send your team that can't, Mr. Cam Man, the Mr. Cam Man, the man that carries the team that can't. Around. I get you. We know. Do you
know that year that Eli won his first Super Bowl, that the Giants were the number 6 seed, and the people that he went through Jeff Garcia with Tampa. He went through Tony Romo, who I think was the number 1 seed. I think Dallas was the number 1 seed that year. He went through
same thing.
Aaron Rodgers
and beat those Pittsburgh Steelers.
He went through either Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre, and then he beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. Bro, you will never see a path to the Super Bowl like that. Jeff Garcia, Tony Romo.
Wait a minute. Well, I don't know about that for sure because Joe Flacco and them did it. Aaron Rodgers did it. Joe Flacco
as
did
a 6 seed.
Yeah.
As a 6 seed.
Yes, the Packers were a 6 seed when we beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. They were a 6 seed. When Baltimore won, I think Baltimore was like a 5 seed. They weren't a home team. They won 3 road games to get to the Super Bowl.
That's tough.
It's the 49ers, and they beat the Niners.
Yeah, that's a hard path, man.
And they beat the Niners in their prime with defensive prime players.
Okay, and at the time, the Giants beat the highest scoring team in NFL history. That was on pace for undefeated seed 18-0, and he beat them. So that's.
Hold on. But then my man Peyton Manning took that off the board with the 5,500 yard throwing season with Denver. So that got took off the board, sir. They ain't the
Yeah.
highest. Denver's the highest.
That's true. And then
Go
that
ahead.
same season, the Seattle Seahawks beat the piss out of them.
I know, and they beat the dog. Bro. I know. Speaking of the Seahawks, good segue. Good segue right to the Seahawks. Welcome to the fire lane, y'all. We get into the fire lane now. Now when we talk about teams and what happened last week, and we start asking questions about these teams that's up here. First and foremost, this definitely should be a clap them cheeks nominee. 37-9. They clapped the cheeks off of Atlanta. This should be a clap them cheeks definite nominee. What do we think about the Seahawks, though? Seattle Seahawks. Tavon was in here earlier, too. Shout out to my nephew.
Man,
here.
Again, we talk about those teams.
Do you believe?
And the NFC, look, I think the NFC, when you look, especially two divisions in particular, your division, NFC North and NFC West, there are some killers in those divisions. Rams, Seahawks, 49ers in the North, Packers, Lions, Bears. Seahawks are a problem because they can do everything well. Sam Darnold's playing good ball. He's having pretty much a continuation of what he did last year with the Vikings. Y'all should have kept him instead of bringing in trying to roll with J.J. McCarthy. But
let him stall.
But they do everything. They got two good backs. KW3, Kenneth Walker III, Zach Charbonnet, Arroyo, the tight end. Jackson Smith and Jigba, who, in my opinion, is your front runner for the offensive player of the year. That defense, swarming defense, that secondary, DeMarcus Lawrence and those boys over there, Tariq Woolen and Kobe Bryant and all them boys. The Seahawks are a problem, dude. They're a problem. They're the only bad thing for them. They play in a division with the Rams and the 49ers, so they got to fight their way out of there. So, 49ers are for Seahawks are for real.
Jacksonville Jaguars.
Jacksonville Jaguars are for real. And look, now we do have to take into consideration who they played against. Shout out to Daniel Jones. I really hated to see what happened with him. When I saw that injury, it kind of reminded me of Halliburton in the NBA playoffs or finals last year, when he just fell over. You know what I'm saying? He just fell over. Nobody even touched him. He just fell over, and his Achilles are gone. You remember Halliburton from the Pacers? That's what it looked like to me. But that's crazy because both teams are from Indiana, Indianapolis Colts, Indiana Pacers. He just falls over, trying to play through a partially broken leg, and look, and this now they're desperate. They got to go out and go get 44-year-old Phillip Rivers. But again, we're starting to see the Jags starting to fulfill their promise. They got a good defense. The other Josh Hines Allen, Travis Etienne, he's had a resurgence, and Trevor Lawrence is playing good ball. So they're legit. I don't think that they come out the AFC. I don't think they come out the AFC, but I mean they're legit. Maybe the game of the week. I mean, you talk about just up and down, just an incredible game. Bills and Bengals. Look, I'm going to say this. It was a great win, and Josh Allen put on his cape. That is not sustainable. That's not sustainable. They were getting their asses handed to them. T. Higgins was handing them their asses, and, he kept going out with the concussions. He did have a concussion. When a guy goes like this on the ground, that's a concussion. Whoever
field position, put it in Allen's hands. Ask him to make.
Whoever cleared him from concussion protocol need to lose their job. We saw this same story. with Tua, and they cleared him. And he really did have that guy got fired. But Josh Allen put on his cape. But that's not sustainable. That is not sustainable. You're playing against the Bengals. Bengals have a terrible defense, and your defense was getting hooked But Josh Allen, he came out. I don't know why you wouldn't put a spy on him. I don't know why you would, Josh Allen running the ball, but your wide receivers are terrible. They're just not good. Gabe Davis and Keon Coleman. I don't know, man. When you have to start playing, we talk about these teams in the AFC that's going to be in the AFC playoffs with these elite defense. We already saw what the Texans did to you. When you look at a team like the Broncos, with what they do getting after the quarterback, their secondary with PS2 and that pass rush with Nick Bonito and them boys. I don't know, man. But it was an exciting game. You do what you got to do. They won the ball game, but I just don't think it was exciting, but that's just, to me, that's just not sustainable. That's not sustainable. In the playoffs, teams aren't going to let you come back like that. They get up on you 2 or 3. You just ain't. What you would more see like in the playoffs or the Super Bowl would be like what we saw with Kansas City and the Eagles. When the Eagles just jumped over them, it's just like they just bludgeon them. That's what would happen, especially with these teams with a defense. They can pin their ears back and just come after your quarterback. They're up 2 or 3 touchdowns. They're just going to pin their ears back. You saw what the Texans did when they got that lead. Now Josh Allen's dropping back 30 times trying to pass against a ferocious pass rush with the Broncos or the Texans. But it's a good win, but I just don't think that's sustainable, man. I don't think it's sustainable. So we'll see. But it was a great win.
You need to put some respect, more respect, sometimes on Josh Allen. Just as much as we need to put accountability on Josh Allen for the fact that he is this good. He is very good. This throw right here, this is one of those throws that, again, obviously he knows what lineup. Hey, Marcus, I got a question.
Yeah.
Was Cincinnati playing man or was they playing zone?
That was man, and he just got inside. He got inside leverage, and that footing there. He was. That's why it's harder to play. That's why it's harder to play defense in the elements, because the offense knows where they're going. He lost. He got inside leverage on him, and he wasn't able to jump back inside. And Josh Allen threw a dime. That's like a back shoulder fade there, but on the inside, you're not going to get back there.
A pass defense, right?
20 out of 25 today.
Usually, right?
Yeah.
That would have been. Here's the other thing. I want y'all to stop with this nonsense. Somebody asked me in the group chat, what is the Josh Allen to Jalen Hurts comparison? Why do people do that all the time? You have to remember what audience. We have Philadelphia audience that be in these groups as well. We have people who are Eagles fans that be in this group as well. So when you hear the Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, there's conversations that happen as such. We also need to stop making it seem like you see this from Jalen Hurts. You see this from Josh Allen on the regular. This is starting to become a regular situation now. Just 40 yards up the field and gone.
Yeah, that's true too. But look, you also have to. I get it. My issue is when he has games like that, which he's incredible. It's incredible game. But then when he throws for 130 yards, then y'all got every excuse under the planet.
From the 33.
You're celebrating. Okay, so why did he only throw for 130 yards? Or when you make excuses, and he's like, okay, when he takes 8 sacks in the game, but you won't give Joe. Hang on, not you. I'm speaking. Not you. When when you talk crap about Joe Burrow and you're like, well, why is he always hurt? Why is he always this? It's like his offensive line sucks. And he's out there trying to do stuff with a way. Yes, he has two great wide receivers and one of the worst offensive lines in the league and one of the worst defenses in the league. His defense is terrible. Joe Burrow has to play perfect football every week. If he's not getting the hell beat out of him because the offensive line is bad, he has to play perfect ball. Use contacts with that though, Marcus. 2 games this season, he didn't need to throw for 300. He didn't need to throw for 300 yards. I got it. Game script is critical. I get that. But I'm just saying, y'all don't give other quarterbacks the same grace when you're like, well, he didn't perform that great. Or you're saying Drake May, Drake May has won, 10 or 11 straight games, including beating the Buffalo Bills. Drake May doesn't throw for 300 yards. He averages about 250, 260. But he ain't ever had no 123-yard game because he doesn't have a back like James Cook. Travion Henderson's all right. We'll see. He's a rookie. Ramondre Stevenson ain't that good. Ramondre Stevenson's not
out of the I formation.
But when Drake May's not throwing for 3, well, he doesn't throw for 300 yards either. Look at his team. Josh Allen had prime Stephon Diggs. Y'all forget about those years we had prime. Where was Diggs ranked at when he was with the Bills? He was a top 3 or 4 wide receiver. I think Josh Allen and Justin Herbert may have the 2 best arms in the league. Drake May is decent for a second-year quarterback. Days will come too. Okay.
Just love this right here. This is where I give Josh Allen props. This play right here. Yeah. The dynamic in this play is just crazy. Just watch. I'm gonna show it to you. I'm gonna show it to you from a different angle. Not this one. The aerial angle. The aerial angle need to be shown on this. First and foremost, Josh Allen has to throw receivers open. We have to look at that as well. Now watch this. So right here, let's start off with the fact. Look how many Cincinnati Bengals is on that side.
Yeah.
Where's Josh looking? This is where you give a technician his props. Joe Burrow is one of the best at this. I think Joe Burrow may be even better at this.
Manipulating with his eyes. Manipulate. Yeah. You're not just decent if you're second in the MVP race, Daryl. That's not just for a second-year quarterback. That's not just decent when you're right behind. And some people have. I don't. Some people have Drake May ranked above. Have him ranked above Matthew Stafford. I don't. Yeah. But you're not just decent if you're number 2 in the MVP race. That's not just decent. He's playing really good ball.
So look at this right here, real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see 6 Bengals over there.
Is that elite? So is that elite quarterback play, or is that terrible defense?
To me, this is
or is it both? Or is it both?
I think it's both. 49 gets eaten up all game. He ate him up all game, and he is supposed to be the guy who's spying Josh on this play. A lot of these plays, number 49, wherever his name is for the Bengals, he sucks. He got beat a couple of times. I'm sitting up here just watching this. Look at this right here. So Josh Allen has a chance to hit Gabe Davis right here. He could have hit him. But watch what he does instead. Fake. Look at what he does. 0.49 right off. Where the fuck is you at? I'm sorry. Where are you at?
Manipulating him with his
yeah, where are you, sir? You're lost. It's over. He got him. He straight got him.
Okay, I get you. Inconsistent offense, bad defense, wide receivers that nobody respects. Josh Allen got to play perfect every week almost. Okay, and what about Joe Burrow? What about Lamar Jackson? What about Patrick Mahomes. Do you know what team's leading the league in drop passes right now? Do you know? Because I do. The Kansas City Chiefs. 2 years ago, they led the league in drop passes. Y'all, do you remember when Kadarius Toney was there? See, y'all just see, what Josh Allen has to go through. Other quarterbacks go through the same thing. When Zay Flowers is dropping the ball, and Rashad Bateman is dropping the ball, but then y'all say, Lamar Jackson can't throw. It's the same difference, but y'all don't give my issue that the main issue that I've had, especially with Bills fans, and that's no slight to you all. I think the Buffalo Bills fan base is one of the greatest fan bases out there. But y'all will give Josh Allen grace, but when somebody else, if you throw and you hit a receiver right in his hands, Daryl, that's not your quarterback's fault. I'm even going to give Jalen Hurts a little bit of grace, and I even said this on my show this week. When he hit AJ Brown twice for the game-winning touchdown, when you have a game-winning touchdown, you hit them right in the face. He hits him right in the hands for the game-winning touchdown, or he hits him and he bobbles it up and they pick the damn ball off. That's not on Jalen Hurts. But then we look at, he threw 4 interceptions. They need to come up with a new
I don't know, Marcus. I will also say this, though. Because Jalen Hurts was so damn inaccurate, I think that certain games go by rhythm. When you're used to your quarterback throwing off, and this is why A.J. Brown has been very adamant, upset, annoyed. You can watch it. Where Jalen Hurts has literally been just totally off target, totally off. When he finally gets on point, you're like, oh, shit, this is actually – and that mindset to me, I think it's a rhythm thing where you get the bobble and shit that you really would have caught in rhythm any other time. Or you get the bullshitting with certain passes. Now, is that Jalen Hurts' fault? No. But I will say that some of that is accustomed to all these off-rhythm throws, all of these misses that I've been seeing too.
We're like, no, he actually threw a good ball. I'm surprised he threw a good ball, and you drop an easy pass. You're like surprised. What the hell? He hit me right in my hands. What the hell?
Oh, there's one that he threw. That A.J. Brown just quit on. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I'm like, A.J. Brown, you could have caught that.
Yeah.
When you see stuff like that, that is because of
trust. I don't trust you. Or you trying to lead me, or you trying to lead me across in front of them safety so they can decapitate me.
Right.
I ain't going across there.
Jalen Hurts was I ain't gonna hold you. I get it. Those drops, but Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. Y'all keep saying we don't have wide receiver, those quarterbacks who and then you got a running back who's number 2 in the league. You do know that James Cook is number two in rushing, right? You do know that, right? Right behind Jonathan Taylor. So again,
you don't watch this now. I'm gonna bring this up too.
Come on now.
Can I ask you a question, Marcus?
What's that?
Is James Cook a workhorse back? Uh-oh. Go ahead.
He's had a good little stretch. I don't view him. I know this sounds.
Answer the question, Marcus. Alphabet. Answer it.
I'm going to answer. I don't view James Cook in the same light that I view Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't view him in the same light that I view Jonathan Taylor. I don't view him, even though he's got more yards, in the same fashion that I view Bijan Robinson. I just don't. I don't view him like he's a good back though.
He's got more touches than him too. He's got more rushing touches than him too.
Yeah.
Right.
I think
is he a workhorse back now?
But I'll say this. I'll say this though. Before when I'm playing the Buffalo Bills, part of the reason why James Cook has easier looks down the field is because my number one priority when I'm dealing with the Buffalo Bills is I'm worried about when we just saw Josh Allen take off. Like when Lamar Jackson last year, when Derrick Henry was running up and down the field. Oh, well, it's because it's because Lamar Jackson. It ain't because of Derrick Henry, 31-year-old Derrick Henry. It's because Lamar Jackson. When they do that RPO at the mesh point, and that defensive end is like looking in, and he's like, okay, I gotta make a decision. I gotta make a decision. I gotta make a decision here.
Is it Josh or James?
Josh or James. And you're picking this. You got a 50-50 proposition. You got a 50. Now, if you put James Cook on the Atlanta Falcons, is he the same back? I don't think he is. But with Bijan Robinson, if you put Bijan Robinson on the Bills with Josh Allen as a quarterback,
the even better back.
Then you see what I'm saying? So look, a lot of James Cook's success, and this ain't to take away. He is talented. I don't view him like Jahmyr Gibbs. I don't view him like Achane. You see what Achane just did to the Bills when he ran for $170.
Yeah, we saw that.
So I'm just saying.
We saw that. All right. Speaking of which, talking about things changing, James Cook changing into a workhorse back. And now we could get to this. Yeah, buddy. Marcus the Alphabet.
Mm-hmm.
I've been waiting to get to this. You ain't slick. You thought you was getting away with it. I know you was waiting for the time to expire and me not get on your Chicago Bears.
Yeah, so, it ain't my Chicago. That's Devon. That's the Chicago. It ain't my Chicago.
Let me first and foremost the can man. Let me first and foremost say that your team can't again. And let me give Ben Johnson his props all in the same breath.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Johnson is an exciting. Hold on, watch this.
Mm-hmm.
For those who love football, respectfully, I cannot stand the Chicago toilet seat logo wearing Bears that decided all of a sudden finally put a bear on their helmet after all this time. Instead of that crooked ass toilet seat. Ben Johnson is an electric, exciting coach to watch. And that is hard to say for someone who is a Green Bay Packers fan and is fuck the Bears all day until the end of time. But what I watched Ben Johnson do in the second half, y'all not about to like what I'm about to say next, but I'm going to say it. It's something I don't even see Sean McDermott do.
What? Halftime adjustments? Halftime adjustment? Halftime adjustment?
Yes. What I saw from Ben Johnson and that adjustment he made, that adjustment almost beat the Packers. It was this close. When I tell you, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not going to lie, because the general public folks will be like, oh, I wasn't never worried. Bullshit, you wasn't worried. Bullshit, you wasn't worried. You lying. You lying. I don't know who the hell you lying to. I don't know. Somebody lying here. Yeah, I don't know. I ain't gonna hold you. I was. When I saw the Bears tie that game up at 21 apiece after the entire half, and it's not just because they tied it up at 21. It's the way that the dynamic of the second half. Do you know that the Green Bay Packers only had two possessions in the second half? Two. They only had two. Sir, that's not funny. When you only have two possessions, and the one possession, Jordan Love overthrew the dude, and they ended up having to come off the field after the drive was long. It looked like it was going to be good, and then he overthrew the dude, and then we gave him the ball back. I was pissed off. I'm like, fuck. He went for the home run ball instead of hitting the completion of the. I'm like, dude, it's open. Hit him. Yeah. Move the chains. He was trying to go off for the knockout blow.
Yeah.
You can't. Let me tell you this right now.
Every possession counts.
Yes,
Every
if you are
possession
not
counts.
the dynamic, if you are not the dynamic offense, and I can admit this is gonna taste like vinegar when I say this. The Green Bay Packers have a great offense, but it is not a Detroit Lions dynamic offense. And that's just being very honest. You cannot play around with Ben Johnson like that. Playing around trying to go for knockout blows. You end up what's that friendly fire? End up Green Bay in
Fratricide.
there. Yeah, they almost right. They almost friendly fired themselves. I was pissed. I'm like, I know this team better not come back and win this fucking game. I know you lying. And then that last drive, Matt LaFleur. Thank you very much, finally, Matt, for being consistent, you idiot. You making me even more mad because now I feel like we could have beat the Eagles. You should have beat the Eagles. You should have beat the damn Panthers. The Panthers are pretty good though. You should have beat the Eagles though. Should have beat the Panthers. And I don't know. Well, Cleveland has one of those games where they play defense, pretty good defense. But I feel like you could have had some of these games in the bag, sir. The same way I feel about you playing the Dallas Cowboys, Mr. Can Man over here that can't, even though they can't beat the Packers. You damn sure didn't beat them either. You didn't beat the Cowboys, which
And that was before Quentin Williams. That's before Quentin Williams got there.
Yes.
That's before Quentin Williams got there.
That upsets me because I'm just like, dude, again, this team is a very good team for a development team. Remember, all these players are development team players. Let's not act like any of them are all-stars by any imagination. None of them. Josh Jacobs is
here's the scary part, Torch. This is Caleb Williams' first year in that system.
Yeah, I know. And
that's
the coach. I get it.
Can you imagine what he's going to be like next year with a full year of this? Oh, and the Bears have a lot of salary cap space because their quarterback is on a rookie deal. So that means, look, they got a nice running game. You got Swift and that kid Monunga. I really like him. You got two good tight ends. You got Cole Kmet and Colston Loveland. I like him. Luther Burton, the kid Luther Burton. He's starting to develop. I think they'll probably let DJ Moore walk. You got Rome Odunze.
DJ Moore walk tomorrow. DJ Moore didn't do not a damn thing in that game.
Yeah, I think he's out of there. I think they want Luther Burton to be there too. I think they want to roll with Rome Odunze and Luther Burton. But they have man, that team, and for his first year, you know, I don't have him as my
What I will say is that the Bears, you got to give the Bears a lot of credit for what they've done so far this season. But at the same token, I'm going to say this too. You got to give the Packers defense some credit too. They literally were missing two. You want to talk about teams who are missing two starting defensive linemen? The Packers just were missing two defensive starting linemen this week and still held serve this week. So I don't want to hear other teams use that excuse now. Oh, well, we had two defensive linemen now. We couldn't win the football game. We literally just played against Ben Johnson's Bears, who are really good without two starting defensive linemen and won. So just know that from 1 week to the next, it can change. Now, here's where Marcus the Alphabets comes into play with all of this. Marcus the Alphabets told me that the Chicago Bears are making the playoffs. That's what he told me, y'all. He told me that the Chicago Bears is making the playoffs. Now, I am going to give you this question, and you can put it in the comment section, and you tell me, do you think the Chicago Bears are going to beat out the Detroit Lions for the last spot in the playoffs? because that's the way it's looking now. It's looking like you may have 2 divisional winner changes, and then you may have the 7 seed. I don't think San Francisco's missing the playoffs. I don't think Seattle's missing the playoffs. I could see Tampa Bay giving up that division to Carolina if they ain't careful. And I could see Philadelphia giving up that division very easily to the Dallas Cowboys if they ain't careful. The Cowboys got 4 easy games coming up the last 4 weeks. And Marcus the alphabets. If your team that can't turn into the can man, can't turn into the can man, we got a problem, sir.
That Vikings game. We played the Vikings this week. The Vikings game, that concerns me, man. That really concerns. Now, JJ McCarthy, I think we can get after it, and I think they're going to be a little bit. I think when you get embarrassed, the Lions embarrass them. The Lions embarrass them. If you want to redeem yourself, this is the week to do it. Now, against JJ McCarthy, he's very inconsistent. The Vikings aren't built like the Lions. The Lions are extremely explosive. When you look at their wide receiver core, I didn't think Sun God was going to play. That's why I made my pick like I did. But Jameson Williams, when you look at Gibbs is just Gibbs is so nasty, man. He's so nasty. And they did that without Laporta, too. I mean, their main tight end is Laporta. And they're missing their secondary. So we'll see. Look, man, it's any given Sunday. If you go in there not ready to play, you're going to get your ass beat. And then I think you were dealing with a very desperate Lions team. They just lost Terrion Arnold and the safety, Brian Brandt. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens.
Chicago, Green Bay. I'm only gonna pick my division games. Ready for this? This is the playoff machine, right?
It's going in and out.
This is the playoff machine, the 6 machine. I call it the 6 machine because you get 6 wild card teams in each conference. Ready for this, Marcus?
Yeah.
Hey, Marcus, tell me who Chicago plays this week.
The Bears? The Bears play the Browns?
They play the Browns. Is that a short shot win, Marcus?
Not with the way Shedeur is playing. Shedeur had damn near 400 yards passing last week. Now that was against the Titans, but still, he has given them some energy. Kevin Stefanski should be fired for what he did with that 2-point conversion. We could make a whole. We won't even. So he only got a couple more minutes left. We can have a whole other show on that. We'll talk about it in the morning. We'll do it on Coffee Talk Thursday Night Football Breakdown.
Listen, I want to bop the shit out of Kevin Stefanski. That was not funny. First of all, I don't want to hear no excuse why you put Dylan Gabriel in. I don't want to hear that. I do not want to hear this. I don't want to hear that. So disrespectful. You tried to run the damn. Oh, let's pitch it to the wide receiver so he could throw it back to Dylan Gabriel. Goodbye. Anyway, sorry, they play the Browns. So you got the Bears though, right?
Yeah, but man, the Browns, the Browns, man, they look rejuvenated. The Browns, man, the Browns. If the Browns play this right this offseason and get rid of Deshaun Watson, if y'all don't get rid of Deshaun Watson, I don't know what else to say, man.
This week looks good for Chicago because Green Bay has to play Denver in Denver, and Detroit has to play the Rams, right? The top 2 number 1 seeds. So it looks good for them, right? This week. But here's the problem. It's the next weeks after that. You got to play Green Bay. So one of them 2 going to lose unless it's a tie. Pittsburgh plays Detroit in Detroit. I don't like the league, by the way, for doing that. Detroit plays the Vikings. The Bears play San Francisco. That's gonna be fun. Baltimore plays Green Bay, which Baltimore can never beat Green Bay. Never happens. Lamar, that's the only team Lamar struggles with in the NFC, by the way. The last team to beat Lamar outside of what team just beat Lamar in the NFC? Was it Detroit?
I think it was.
Yes, Detroit was the last team. Well, anyway, besides Detroit, Green Bay was the last team before Detroit that Lamar lost to. Green Bay was. Regardless, it's not looking good, sir. You gotta come to Green Bay and play. It's not looking good. The last week of the season, Detroit versus the Bears. Marcus the alphabets.
Woo-wee.
Are you sure?
In Chicago.
It's in Chicago. But
Chicago.
Are you sure? Are you sure the Bears is making the playoffs?
The Bears are going to the playoffs, sir. The Bears are going to the playoffs. Ben Johnson.
Now, you better listen. If Detroit make the playoffs and you don't, Marcus, you already know what's on the line. By the way, for y'all who do not know what's on the line, 2 bomber jackets. Rise Up family, new bomber jackets is on the line. Right now. Okay. And Marcus the alphabets lose 2. 1 to me and 1 to Mona. I'm ecstatic because I think week 18 is the week all his Cinderella stuff is coming to a final countdown. The Bears ain't making the playoffs.
Ben Johnson to go and screw over old goofy Dan Campbell.
Oh, that old goofy Dan Campbell. Now we're not gonna give Dan Campbell his respect for making
no. Dan Campbell's he's.
Oh, you don't like Dan Campbell? Oh, okay.
No, I don't. He's all right. He's all right. He's kind of a meathead. You know that. Don't act surprised. You know he's kind of a meathead.
I got a question.
Yeah.
What happened again? Oh, here goes another one of those. If I can't do it, homie, it can't be.
Yeah.
Question, Marcus. That meathead. Did he just tear your ass?
He did. But let me tell you, we lost. That performance by Jahmyr Gibbs. My respect. I always liked Jahmyr Gibbs. I liked him at Alabama. Jahmyr Gibbs is about to be the highest paid. I believe he's about to be the highest paid running back in the league. That's how good he is.
Fatal Gibbs at your Dallas Cowboys. If I can't do it, homie, it can't be done. Yo, I cannot. You got me over here dying. You talking about some damn meathead. He tore that ass up Thursday.
We got roughed up a little bit.
Roughed up a little bit.
Yeah, we got roughed up.
No, sir, this is not a 50. No, sir. The first song was right. If I can't do it, that was the right song. Don't be trying to talk about just a little bit.
Like y'all got roughed up by Carolina. It happens. It happens.
Oh no, Marcus. No, we didn't get roughed up by Carolina. We barely lost to Carolina.
Y'all got roughed up by Carolina.
Nice try. Marcus.
You got roughed up a little bit.
50's greatest hits right now over here. This guy, 50's greatest hits over here.
We appreciate y'all for coming out. We got to get ready to get up out of here. I gotta move around a little bit.
He got me dying laughing. Yeah, you better run. You better run. Run right off. Listen, run right off into the sunset. Coming up on your team.
We'll be around.
By the way, hey, you know who escaped? You know who escaped this week?
Who's that?
that didn't get.
On a mission, searching, finding Rice and gets
Ooh.
by Petrie. Back, he's helping protect his Mahomes. On a mission, searching, finding Rice and gets popped by
I
Petrie.
love how they be trying to like hype Mahomes up in their commentary. On a mission, he's on a mission. Please shut up.
That's because
I hate when they do that.
that's because
Huh?
they do that because we've seen him turn water to wine. We've seen him turn water to wine. When you've done that, when you've done it several times and pulled the victory from the jaws of defeat, that's how. Do you know why? Do you know why when Mike Tyson was fighting Evander
The Kansas City
Holyfield?
Chiefs are an awful football team. Their record defines them so much. How they can be 6-7. 1 week the offense looks like the best offense I've ever seen. They can go score 30, 35, 37, go have 500 total yards. But the defense can't stop me. The defense can't stop a high school team. Then 1 week, the defense can be lights out and look like the defense I've seen over the last decade. And all of a sudden, our wide receivers can't catch passes. Now, why our wide receivers can't catch passes? The Denver Bronco game, Rashee Rice, our number one wide receiver, who's been reliable, drops 3 passes against Denver. Crucial drops against
Who gets
Denver,
blamed for that?
which would have won that game. Last week, Rashee Rice against the Dallas Cowboys has a crossing route over the middle of the field, which extends the drive. When the game is tied, the Chiefs can go down and win the game. He drops it. Tonight, I don't know how many balls Pat put in his hand. Pause. I don't know how many passes Mahomes put in their hands today. Kelsey with 3 drops. Noah Gray, 2 drops. Rice, 3 drops. Kareem Hunt drops a touchdown. And then special teams. I don't even want to talk about the special teams. Don't get me started with special teams penalties. Are us covering punts and kicks, fielding punts and kicks. Harrison Butker. If they lose next week, their season is over. Yeah. There's still a glimmer, a small ounce of hope. I don't want to believe they're as terrible as they're showing me. But they have to be better. Our coaching staff offensively, there's just no rhythm to the offense at all. It's like 4 different people are calling the plays. Because it's like 4 different offenses in the game. It's like the offense changes drive by drive. There's no philosophy. There's no consistency. Awful, awful football by the Chiefs.
There you have it. Your mic is off. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow morning.
Marcus, you ain't slick. I'm about to call Cap. See how quick you was about to no energy again. You was about to let him just slide and get away.
Oh
with
no,
that.
no. I'm trying to. I don't want a TikTok video. I want you right here. That's what I'm working on.
He said, wait a minute. I got to call Cat. I'm calling Cat. The Kansas City Chiefs, 1 week I see they could put up 32 to 35 points per game. Sir, your Chiefs didn't even have 2 30-point games last year. What the fuck is he talking about? Please explain to me, what is he talking about? Your Chiefs team out of 18 weeks scored. Oh, and you needed a playoff game to get the second 30-point game that you had against guess who? Oh, that's right. Damn Sean McDermott. That damn McDermott. And the Bills. You not getting no sir, he got every excuse in the book for why they ain't doing nothing. But you sure enough will see you in February 3 weeks ago. I just please do not let this dude get off the hook. Off the hook by no stretch of imagination. Just because you pointing out the obvious, Sir Walter Raleigh, don't give you a pass, sir. You want a pass so bad. No, the Chiefs are on life support, sir. Guess what, sir? I'm gonna tell you what the Chiefs is like right now. This is, and I'm just being in all seriousness, not even trying to be funny. They already ready to set up the funeral proceedings already. They got it in plan. All they doing is waiting for that plug to get pulled. That y'all on life support, on a ventilator, keeping y'all dead in the water. Your season is over now. You talking about the season?
They still got a 16% chance. They got a 16% chance.
Marcus,
15, they still got it. It ain't over. It ain't over.
Okay.
Marcus. 13 seconds. 13 seconds. That's all I'm gonna say. 13 seconds. 13 seconds.
No, I get you. That's cute. They beating the Chargers next week?
Probably not. But I'm saying, but I'm just saying. You're saying that they're done. You're saying that they're done.
I'm saying they're done. You want to know why I'm saying they're done? Because first and foremost, you have a divisional hard-nosed game against the Chargers, which at this point in the season, let's not pretend that certain games don't take more out of you than others.
Okay. So is the Buffalo Patriots with a highly motivated Stephon Diggs?
Yes.
Is that going to take a lot out of the Buffalo Bills?
They better look, sir. Oh, I'm glad that you mentioned that because I didn't even get to no picks. Marcus the alphabet.
Yeah.
James Cook better touch the ball 25 times this week against the Patriots. On the road, he better touch the ball 25 times. And Josh better be throwing them open this week like he was doing against the Bengals. He better be doing that against the damn Patriots. Because if not, you're taking another L.
The Bengals defense ain't the Patriots.
Right, ain't the Patriots defense. They're taking it.
I can promise you. I can promise you. Josh Allen ain't about to just be running around without a spy on him. That will not happen. That will not happen.
Oh, guess who the Chiefs got to play week 17?
The Raiders?
The Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
First, Marcus, let's stop this nonsense now. You got to play the Chargers week 15. You getting away with one week 16 and playing the Titans. You got to play Denver week 17, and you get away with the Raiders. Sorry, they not winning. They winning 2 games. But the 2 games they win, it's going to be over by then. Denver going to send them packing. Watch what I tell you.
Denver's going to be
the Broncos going to send them packing right home. You know, Sean Payton gets the opportunity, even if they beat the Chargers next week, right? Let's say they still need help.
Yeah.
You still get help. It ain't just you win out and you in the playoffs. You still, sir. Sean Payton will get the opportunity, if so.
Put the nail in the coffin.
Ass packing. You don't think he's going to take that into consideration? Oh, yeah. If I'm
the bullies here, y'all done been the bullies here for.
If I'm the Denver Broncos, I'm sending heat to Patrick Mahomes all game long.
Yeah.
And I'm putting one of my speediest of linebackers as a spot. Mahomes and Kelsey, we know you can't catch the ball the same way you used to. We're going to cloud your ass. Right? Is Rashid even playing after that damn hit he took?
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
I'm serious.
He blasted. He knocked the brake dust off of him.
He got toe up from the floor up, Marcus.
For wherever you run up, that's where you get done up. Are we gonna do a show in the morning? 10 Eastern. All right. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow morning, 10 Eastern. Coffee Talk, Rise Up Family, Thursday night football breakdown show. We'll be sipping on some coffee and talking some football.
And it's the goddamn Tampa Bay game.
Tampa and Atlanta. Yeah. We still got to do it. We still got to do it.
Thursday night football game. Hilarious. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, we go see. The Pats been 29th in rushing D since week 10, since Milton Williams been out. Expect Cook to get a lot. Yeah, I would imagine. I really need to hear they eliminated and then see it in writing with a signature from a notary for me to believe that Casey. Yeah, that's look. When you've done what they've done, that's the kind of consideration you get. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm gonna go in here and rest up, and we'll be back in the morning. My guy here, Andre Torres Robinson, myself, Marcus the Alphabets, aka the Cam Man. We'll be back. We'll be back in the morning, chopping it up with y'all.
Man, with the team that can't.
We'll be back in the morning, man. We appreciate everybody who comes out, everybody who shows love.
You're gonna make me put that shit up again, Marcus. Stop playing.
It's all good. I'm gonna get that put on a t-shirt, man. I'm gonna get that put on a t-shirt.
Man.
Y'all have a good night. We'll be back in a few hours. We'll be back in the morning to break down the Atlanta and Tampa Bay Thursday night football game. Make sure y'all get up, have some coffee with us, and chop it up with us. All right. We're gonna get up out of here. Have a good night. Be safe out there. I know it's snowing in some places. I know Mona's got snowed on. If you're traveling around, just be safe, okay? The world with you in it, all right? Y'all have a great night. See you. Oh, shit. I'm going to get that put on a t-shirt. I'm damn sure get that put on a t-shirt.